This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
You know what's coming next. July 14th, Dr. Death debuts in the first round for the Brawl for All, and he destroys Pierre, who was, of course, just working with one eye. And then we see Dr. Death actually have a big night in the ratings, believe it or not. So Dr. Death versus Pierre, aka the Pirate, as we call him, PCO these days in Ring of Honor, beat Sting and Nash against Giant and Scott Hall head to head in the ratings battle. Internally, are people giving any credit for that to Dr. Death, or just is it mostly the Brawl for All concept?
I think it's a curiosity factor of the Brawl for All concept more than anything as to what the hell is this going to be.
I think that's fair.
And Pierre.
So Bart Gunn scheduled to face Dan Severn, and it's expected
to catch a ball.
It's a miracle. Bart Gunn is scheduled to face Dan Severn, and it's expected that Dan would win and we would get a rematch of the 81 NCAA tournament where Williams beat Severn, but the brackets are redone and Severn pulls out after beating the Godfather, noting he has nothing to prove. At this point, this whole Brawl for All thing is a giant clusterfuck. Fair to say?
At this point?
Yeah. I mean, like whatever initial idea we had, we know this is not going to end well.
It was a clusterfuck to begin with.
So we know the story here. Bart Gunn knocks out Dr. Death in the third round. Williams winds up dislocating his knee during a takedown, which made him a sitting duck. And then when he gets knocked out, he tears his hamstring. You can just literally watch your investment in Dr. Death disappear in front of your eyes. What do you remember about Dr. Death's reaction that night? JR's reaction? What was Vince thinking? Just take us back to that night.
Well, first of all, I'll take you back to the week before. It was Bart Gunn calling me and asked me if he was going to get fired if he knocked Dr. Death out.
Right.
So why would you get fired? So I know you guys want him to win this. I said, look, man. So they wanted to be a shoot. Knock him out. Knock him out. At this point, we're doing it. So to me, that would be great TV. And, everybody was like, great, knock him out. Who the fuck cares? Just do it, and it'll be great TV.
Yeah.
And Bart did. Bart knocked him out. But I think that JR is kind of like, Don King watching Mike Tyson get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. There's a golden goose.
What was Dr. Death's reaction afterwards?
Oh man, see, here's the thing that if Doc had been an asshole and been going around talking about how tough he was and he could beat everybody up, that would be one thing.
Right.
You never heard that out of Doc.
Yeah.
Doc didn't have to tell people how tough he was.
He just was.
Doc was tough.
Yeah.
Doc was a bad motherfucker, and people knew it, but he didn't have to tell people that.
Yeah.
So you liked, I don't know anybody that didn't like Steve Williams. So you felt bad for him. I felt horrible for him because he was hurt. Not that he lost a fucking match or a fight. Not the fact that he got hurt.
Yeah.
To the extent that he got hurt. I mean, it ripped his fucking hamstring off.
Yeah.
And he was fucking dejected, man. He I don't know, his first fight he ever lost or not. I don't know. But I think that Doc felt the pressure of, you gotta go out there and beat Dr. Death. And, you. And you can hear you go back and listen to that and watch that. You can hear the disappointment in JR's voice calling that.
Yeah.
You really can. But he had been built up, and then all of a sudden he was a shell of what he was as a young man. Still walking in there? Fuck. Steve Williams, Dr. Death, was a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Should he have been in the ring with a much younger Bart Gunn, who is a tough son of a bitch? Neither one of them should have been in the ring doing that shit.
Right.
Bad concept, bad idea, bad execution, and unfortunately, a lot of people got injured because of it. And one of the casualties, big casualty of the Brawl for All experiment was what could have been a great run with Dr. Death Steve Williams ended right there.
So obviously plans change. He's off TV and he's recovering. You sort of said you thought that was maybe the end. Do you think when a guy like, let's compare it to real boxing or you know, saying real, obviously the Brawl for All was real, but you know what I mean? In the UFC, sometimes when a guy is undefeated and he loses, people are quick to say, oh, his drawing ability's dead. But that's proven to not be the case. Conor McGregor sold more pay-per-views after a loss. So did Chuck Liddell, et cetera, et cetera. It's when fans lose complete confidence. I mean, the reality is I think fans understand no one is unbeatable, but this is a different era of professional wrestling. Wins and losses matter more. And this has certainly been positioned as, now this isn't wink and a nod, ha ha, this is real. Do you think in the mind of Vince McMahon at this point, any plans of Dr. Death being a top guy are dead just because of the way he got knocked out?
The aura was gone. The mystery was gone.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.